Bullying is a painful reality for many young people. It can cause deep emotional wounds, leading to anxiety, depression, and feelings of isolation. For some, the weight of constant teasing and cruelty becomes too much to bear, leaving them questioning their self-worth and dreams. In one small town, a young girl named Mia found herself trapped in this harsh reality. Her love for writing and storytelling made her a target for relentless bullying at school. Day after day, she endured mocking and exclusion, her confidence slowly eroding. When Mia's mother shared her daughter's heartbreaking story on social media, it captured the attention of thousands, including someone unexpected, Barron Trump. Touched by Mia's courage and determination to follow her dreams despite the bullying, Barron knew he had to act. Determined to make a difference, Barron traveled to Mia's town, hoping to bring her a message of hope and support. His decision wasn't just about helping one girl, it was about standing against bullying everywhere. As Barron arrived in the town, no one could have predicted the incredible impact his visit would have on Mia, her classmates, and the entire community. This was more than a visit. It was a powerful stand for kindness and resilience. Mia was a quiet, thoughtful girl with big dreams of becoming a writer. She loved creating stories, spending hours in her notebook imagining new worlds and characters. Writing was her escape, a way to express herself and dream of a brighter future. But at school, her passion made her stand out in a way that wasn't always positive. Her classmates didn't understand her love for writing, and often used it as an excuse to tease her. They called her names, mocked her stories, and excluded her from group activities. Every day, Mia walked through the school hallways bracing herself for the whispers, laughter, and cruel remarks. She spent her lunch breaks alone, pretending not to notice the way others pointed and laughed at her. The constant bullying began to take a toll. Mia became quieter at home, her once bright smile fading. Her mother, Maria, noticed the changes and tried to comfort her, but the pain Mia carried was too deep to hide. Maria knew she had to do something to help her daughter. One evening, Maria poured her heart out in a social media post. She described Mia's struggles, the relentless bullying, the isolation, and how it was crushing her daughter's confidence. She spoke of Mia's love for writing, and how, despite everything, she still clung to her dream of becoming a writer. Maria ended her post with a plea for kindness, asking others to support not only Mia but all kids facing similar challenges. The post quickly gained attention. Thousands of people shared it, offering words of encouragement and advice. Among those who saw it was Barron Trump. The story struck a chord with him, especially Mia's determination to hold on to her dreams despite the bullying. Barron couldn't ignore the pain and courage in Maria's words. He decided to take action, knowing that even a small gesture could make a big difference in Mia's life. He reached out to Maria and began planning a visit to their town to meet Mia personally. As the post continued to spread, hope began to replace despair for Mia and her family. They had no idea just how much Barron's visit would change everything, not just for Mia but for the entire community. It was a regular school day at Oak Ridge High, but the air was buzzing with excitement. The school was hosting an open house, an annual event where students showcased their projects, and parents mingled with teachers. Mia sat quietly in the corner of the auditorium, her usual spot, observing the lively atmosphere but feeling disconnected. She had no idea that her day was about to change in a way she could never have imagined. As the event progressed, a sudden hush fell over the room. Whispers began to ripple through the crowd. Teachers exchanged surprised glances, students craned their necks to see what was happening, and parents murmured in curiosity. Slowly, the reason for the commotion became clear. Barron Trump had just walked through the school doors. Dressed neatly yet casually, Barron carried himself with quiet confidence. His presence was commanding but not intimidating, and his calm demeanor immediately drew the attention of everyone in the room. For a moment, the open house seemed to pause as people processed what they were seeing. "Is that Barron Trump?" someone whispered, the disbelief evident in their tone. "It really is," another replied, eyes wide with astonishment. Barron had decided to visit Mia's school personally after reading her story online. He wanted to show her, and others like her, that their struggles mattered and that kindness could spark hope even in the darkest moments. As he made his way into the auditorium, students began pulling out their phones, snapping pictures and whispering excitedly to one another. Teachers tried to maintain order, but couldn't hide their own curiosity. Parents watched in awe, wondering what had brought someone like Barron Trump to their small-town school. The principal, who had been informed of Barron's visit earlier, welcomed him warmly and invited him to join the open house. Barron smiled graciously and took a seat near the front, blending into the crowd as best he could. Despite the initial shock, the atmosphere quickly shifted to one of admiration and anticipation. Everyone was eager to find out why Barron had come, and who he was there to meet. Mia, unaware that Barron's visit was for her, remained in her corner, oblivious to the incredible moment unfolding. Little did she know, her life was about to change forever. The morning at Oak Ridge High School started like any other. The school was buzzing with activity as students, parents, and teachers gathered for the annual open house event. This was a day to celebrate achievements, showcase student projects, and bring the community together. No one had any idea that this day would become unforgettable. As the event continued, a black SUV pulled up to the school's front entrance, catching the attention of a few students lingering nearby. The car door opened, and out stepped Barron Trump, tall and composed, his presence commanding yet approachable. Whispers spread like wildfire. "Is that Barron Trump? What is he doing here?" Within minutes, the entire school seemed to know. Students peered out of classroom windows, teachers exchanged curious glances, and parents murmured in excitement. The principal, clearly just as surprised as everyone else, rushed to greet him at the entrance. Barron smiled politely, shaking hands and thanking the staff for welcoming him. Word quickly reached the auditorium where the main event was taking place. By the time Barron walked through the doors, the room was alive with anticipation. Conversations halted, and every pair of eyes turned to him. The shock and awe were palpable. For a community unaccustomed to high-profile visitors, seeing someone of Barron Trump's status standing in their midst felt surreal. Students whispered excitedly to one another, some discreetly pulling out their phones to capture the moment. Barron's calm demeanor put everyone at ease. He exchanged a few words with the principal, and took a seat near the front, blending into the crowd with a quiet confidence. Despite his fame, he didn't act like a celebrity demanding attention. Instead, he seemed genuinely interested in the event, clapping politely as students presented their projects and achievements. The whispers turned to admiration. "Why is he here?" a student asked their friend. "I heard it's about that girl, Mia," another replied. As the open house continued, Barron's unexpected visit became the center of conversation. His arrival wasn't just exciting, it was a sign that something extraordinary was about to happen. Everyone in the room could feel it. Today would be a day to remember. As the open house event continued, the principal took to the stage and addressed the crowd. "We are honored to have a very special guest with us today," he began. "Barron Trump is here to share a few words." The room erupted in applause and excitement as Barron stood, composed and confident, walking toward the stage. As he reached the podium, the applause quieted, and the room fell into an expectant silence. Barron began with a warm smile. "Thank you for having me here today," he said. "I'm truly honored to be part of such a wonderful community. I've been so inspired by the stories I've heard about the talent and dedication of the students at this school." He paused, looking out at the crowd. "But I'm not here today just as a guest. I'm here because of someone very special, someone whose story moved me deeply. Her name is Mia." The room buzzed with murmurs, and all eyes turned to Mia, who sat quietly in the audience, her face flushed with surprise. "I read about Mia's courage," Barron continued, his voice steady and heartfelt. "Despite facing relentless bullying, she hasn't given up on her dreams. That kind of resilience is something I deeply admire." Barron shifted the focus to a broader message. Bullying isn't just about unkind words or actions. It's about the damage it causes, the way it can crush someone's spirit, their confidence, their dreams. But it doesn't have to be that way. Each of us has the power to stand up, to choose kindness, and to support one another. He shared his own reflections, speaking honestly about the challenges of being in the public eye and the importance of staying grounded. "We all face struggles, but what defines us is how we rise above them. And that's why I admire Mia. She reminds us that no matter how hard things get, we can hold on to our dreams." As he finished, Barron looked directly at Mia. "Mia, you've inspired me, and I know you'll inspire so many others. Keep believing in yourself, because you're stronger than you know." The room burst into applause, some audience members visibly moved by his words. For Mia, it was a moment she would never forget, a powerful reminder that her dreams mattered, and that someone believed in her. Barron's speech left the entire room inspired, united by a shared commitment to kindness and support. After his moving speech, Barron Trump stepped off the stage to a thunderous applause. But for him, the day wasn't complete yet. He had come here with a purpose, and that purpose was to meet Mia, the girl whose resilience had inspired him so deeply. Quietly, he spoke with the principal, requesting a private meeting with her. The staff quickly made arrangements, and soon Mia was being escorted to a small conference room near the auditorium. Mia's heart raced as she walked down the hallway. She couldn't believe this was happening. Barron Trump, someone she had only seen on TV or in the news, had come to her school because of her story. The emotions were overwhelming. As she entered the room, she found Barron waiting for her, his calm demeanor and kind smile immediately putting her at ease. Mia, he said warmly, standing to greet her. It's so great to finally meet you. Mia's voice trembled as she replied, "Thank you for coming here. I don't even know what to say." "You don't have to say anything," Barron reassured her. "I read your story, and I want you to know how much I admire your strength. I know it hasn't been easy for you, but holding on to your dreams despite everything shows incredible courage." Mia's eyes welled up with tears. "Sometimes it feels like it's all too much. I just want to be myself, but it's hard when people don't understand." Barron nodded, his expression serious yet compassionate. "I know how that feels. People can be unkind when they don't understand you, but their words don't define you. Your passion for writing, that's what makes you special, and no one can take that away." He then pulled out a notebook from his bag and handed it to her. "I wanted to give you this. It's a small gift, but I hope it encourages you to keep writing. Your stories deserve to be heard." Mia held the notebook tightly, her tears now streaming freely. "Thank you. This means so much to me." Barron smiled. "And this is just the beginning. I promise to stay in touch and help you in any way I can. Your dreams matter, Mia, and I believe in you." As they said their goodbyes, Mia felt a spark of hope reignite within her. Barron's kindness had reminded her that she wasn't alone, and that her dreams were worth fighting for. After his meeting with Mia, Barron Trump learned more about her struggles at school, including the identity of her primary bully, a boy named Ethan. Ethan, a popular student, often mocked Mia in front of others, turning her passion for writing into the subject of cruel jokes. His actions had deeply affected Mia's confidence, and Barron knew he couldn't leave without addressing it. With the principal's guidance, Barron approached Ethan during a break in the open house event. Ethan was surrounded by a group of friends, laughing and chatting. When Barron walked up, the conversation quickly died, and all eyes turned to him. Ethan, unsure of what to expect, stood frozen. "Ethan," Barron began calmly, his voice steady but firm, "I've heard about the way you've treated Mia." Ethan's expression shifted to discomfort as Barron continued. "You might think words and actions like yours don't have lasting effects, but they do. Bullying isn't strength, it's a sign of weakness. Real strength comes from kindness and lifting others up, not tearing them down." The group around Ethan grew silent, the weight of Barron's words sinking in. "You have a choice," Barron said, looking directly at Ethan. "You can continue this cycle of cruelty, or you can make the decision to be better, because the way you treat others says far more about you than it does about them." Ethan, clearly shaken, mumbled an apology. "I didn't realize," he trailed off, glancing down. Barron nodded, his tone softening slightly. "It's never too late to change. Think about the impact you want to leave behind." The onlookers remained speechless as Barron walked away, leaving Ethan to reflect on his actions. His words had been firm but compassionate, offering a chance for growth. The confrontation wasn't just impactful for Ethan, it was a powerful reminder to everyone watching about the importance of empathy and respect. Barron Trump's visit to the school created a ripple effect that no one could have anticipated. His powerful speech, personal encouragement to Mia, and confrontation with Ethan left a lasting impact on everyone who witnessed it. Conversations about kindness, empathy, and the importance of standing up for others echoed through the halls, and a shift in the school's atmosphere began to take shape. Mia, who had once been isolated and mocked, now found herself surrounded by support. Students who had previously ignored her started sitting with her during lunch, asking about her writing and encouraging her to share her stories. Her confidence began to rebuild as she realized that her passion for writing was something to be proud of, not ashamed of. Even Ethan, the primary bully, seemed to change. After his conversation with Barron, he apologized to Mia in front of his friends. Though hesitant at first, Mia accepted his apology, showing a strength and maturity that earned her even more respect from her peers. Teachers and parents noticed the transformation, too. Inspired by Barron's visit, the school launched an anti-bullying campaign, encouraging students to share their own experiences and support one another. Posters promoting kindness and respect were displayed throughout the school, and discussions about empathy became a regular part of the classroom. The change wasn't just limited to the school. News of Barron's visit spread through the community, sparking conversations about how small acts of kindness could make a big difference. Parents talked to their children about the importance of treating others with respect, and local organizations began promoting programs to prevent bullying. For Mia, Barron's visit was life-changing. She no longer felt alone or afraid to chase her dreams. Instead, she felt supported, encouraged, and seen for who she truly was. Barron's gesture had done more than help one girl. It had united a community, showing them that kindness and compassion could truly transform lives. The school, once a place of division, had become a place of hope and connection, all because one person chose to make a difference. As the days turned into weeks, Mia often thought about Barron Trump's visit. His words of encouragement and the kindness he showed her had left a lasting impression. For the first time in a long time, Mia felt confident in her dreams. She started writing again, her stories now filled with hope and courage. Barron's belief in her reminded her that her passion for writing was worth pursuing, no matter what others said. Mia realized that Barron's visit wasn't just about her. It had sparked a change in her school and community. Students were kinder, more aware of their words and actions. Even those who had once ignored or teased her now supported her, offering friendship and encouragement. The ripple effect of Barron's actions had turned a place of isolation into one of connection and understanding. Sitting at her desk one evening, Mia looked at the notebook Barron had given her. She remembered his promise to support her dreams, and his message about the power of kindness. It gave her the courage to keep going, no matter how challenging the journey ahead might be. Barron's visit had shown everyone that even small actions could make a big difference. His willingness to stand up against bullying had inspired an entire community to do the same. To those watching, this story is more than just about Mia or Barron. It's a reminder that kindness matters. Every word, every gesture, has the power to change someone's life. Let this be a call to action for us all. Stand up against bullying. Spread kindness in your words and actions. And most importantly, never underestimate the impact of compassion. Share your thoughts in the comments and join the movement to make the world a kinder, more supportive place for everyone.